Always a buzz at the ballpark when the Yankees are in town. They make their only visit to Target Field this season as they open a 3-game series with the Twins tonight. Baltimore won the first game of a doubleheader against Toronto earlier today, so they are just a half game behind the Yankees as this series opens here tonight. With Ron Coomer, I'm Anthony LaPanta. Minnesota will not play in the postseason this year, but they'll have an opportunity to dictate who will. 3 with the Yankees, 3 with the Tigers, starting with this one tonight.
That's a heck of a week of baseball if you want to come out, but I think the most important thing is for our young players to watch these games and play in this game and watch what some of these playoff-tested guys, how they play and what goes on, because these are going to be big games for these two ball clubs, the Yankees and the Tigers. To me, this is what, if you've played all year and you're not going to the playoffs, you have a chance to spoil someone's season. And I really think when you watch the intensity of this week, it's going to be fun baseball to watch. The Jeters and some of these guys, they're game on right now because every game means something for them. The intensity was certainly different for Minnesota yesterday as they swept 2 from the Tigers in Detroit. They look to continue that momentum onto their home field tonight. Andy Pettitte against Liam Hendricks is the matchup. Dick Bramer and Bert Blyleven next.
Local Northland Ford dealers. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer or go to northlandford.com. By Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by Budweiser, official beer of the thirst inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some Buds.
Tonight, it's the beginning of the final homestand of the year. Justin Morneau and the Twins hoping to put a dent in New York's playoff hopes as the Twins and Yankees begin a 3-game series here tonight at Target Field. Dick and Bert with you. And yeah, the season's gone by quickly. with one homestand left. And now the New York Yankees are going to make their only visit here this year. And right now, they're one of the hottest teams in baseball.
Yeah, you know, when you think of the New York Yankees, you think of World Championships. 27 for the Yankees, and really what they're trying to do is finish strong. Now, they lost yesterday to the Oakland A's, but prior to that, they had won 7 straight, scoring a lot of runs, hitting the home run. They've hit more than 100 home runs, more than the Twins. So this is a home run hitting ball club. This is a ball club you cannot give more than 3 outs. You make a mistake against the Yankees, they're going to take advantage of it.
Ron Gardenhire's advice to Liam Hendriks here tonight, your word, attack the strike zone, and do what you can to get ahead of these Yankee hitters.
Well, he's coming off his first major league start, so maybe taking a deep breath here before he starts this ball game. He doesn't have to worry about, am I ever going to win a major league ball game? He did against the Cleveland Indians. He pitched 6 very good innings, only allowed 2 runs, so hopefully he can do that here tonight. Go deep into the ball game, then rely on the bullpen.
In the short term, the Twins really seriously damaged Detroit's playoff hopes over the weekend. They'd like to do the same thing here against the New York Yankees. When we come back, we'll have a little fun at the Yankees' expense.
Early this season, but that doesn't mean Minnesota will completely miss out on the fun. Yesterday, the Twins pulled off the daily double in Detroit, keeping the Tigers out of the playoff party for now. Minnesota now returns home to meet its nemesis from New York. The Yankees are ready for a return trip to baseball's 2nd season, while the Twins try to keep the Bronx Bombers from punching their playoff tickets early. Game 1 with the Yankees is next. Way back in April, the Twins went to New York and won 2 of the 4 games. So if the Twins can win this series, the Twins would win the season series, believe it or not, between the Twins and the Yankees. And in this otherwise disappointing season, that would be something to feel good about.
Hang your hat on.
The Menards batting order for the Yankees. Derek Jeter leading off. Ichiro Suzuki batting second. Alex Rodriguez, Robinson Cano, Nick Swisher, Curtis Granderson, Raul Ibanez, Russell Martin, and Eric Chavez.
Well, I look at Liam Hendriks out on that mound. It's almost like David and Goliath. Hendriks, he has his work cut out for him, making his 15th start. Finally, he got his first major league win in his last start in Cleveland. Hendricks has never faced the Yankees, so hopefully he can, like Ron Gardenhire said, attack the strike zone early.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Josh Willingham in left. Denard Span in center. Ben Revere in right. Trevor Plouffe, Pedro Florimon, Jamie Carroll, and Joe Mauer, the infielders. Justin Morneau's the designated hitter. And Ryan Doumit behind the plate. So it'll be Jeter, Suzuki, and Rodriguez here in the first.
Derek Jeter having another solid year coming in. The 11th on the all-time hit list, 3,294 career hits. And by the way, this year he's hitting .322.
An unbelievable year. He's in the middle of the batting race. We'll get some MVP votes. And Hendricks delivers a strike, 1-1.
Well, how many years have we always talked about Jeter, Rivera, Pettitte? It just year after year. Derek Jeter, he's in his 18th season with the Yankees.
2-1.
13-time All-Star, 5-time Rolling Gold Glove winner at short. He was the American League Rookie of the Year back in 1996.
Toward the seats and in foul ground, 2-2.
He's the captain. Jeter, 38 years old. Yankees #1 pick back in 1992 out of Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Two and two. Hendricks to Jeter. And he came inside and missed. 3-2.
I believe against these Yankees, you really have to establish that fastball and then work in the off-speed pitches. Ichiro Suzuki on deck. Two guys you want to keep off the bases.
And another one lifted foul into the seats down the right field line. At one point, the Yankees had a 10-game lead in the American League East. Then the Orioles got hot. The Yankees cooled off. Orioles actually pulled into a tie with the Yankees. But now the lead a half game. And there's ball 4, leadoff walk.
You want them to make contact and no free passes. And Hendricks walks the first batter.
Ichiro Suzuki's time had come to an end in Seattle, and he's had a nice rebirth in the Bronx.
Well, over the last 6 ball games, but you can go back to when he first joined the Yankees back on July 24th. He's hitting .331 over 57 ball games. So sometimes you get traded as old as Suzuki is, 38 years old. It kind of gives you new life. And he's surrounded now with some very, very good hitters.
And older players, too. He really didn't fit in the last couple of years with what was going on in Seattle. And at 38, fits very comfortably in with the likes of Jeter and Rodriguez and Swisher, Ibanez, guys like that.
There's Andrew Jones.
2-0. And Doumit will go out to the mound and try to get Hendricks redirected into the strike zone.
You know, I think the biggest thing when you face the Yankees, sometimes you see the NY, New York, all the history, and you forget. Let's take a look at our GMC keys to the game for Liam Hendricks. You forget that, you know what, even they make 3 outs out of every 10, you know, out of only 3 hits. Don't be intimidated by the New York Yankees.
Two and 0. Driven to right. And that ball is high off the wall. Jeter to third. He'll be held there. And Suzuki drills a double to right center field.
Well, that's what happens when you are behind in a count. You have to come in with a fastball. And it's a cookie fastball right down the middle. And Suzuki, who has surprising power. Now, he's a great, average hitter. But you leave a pitch like that, he can drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's high off the wall, so it's a double for Suzuki.
And now Alex Rodriguez. Twins playing the infield back. They'll take it out here and gladly give up 1 run. A slow breaking ball gets a wild swing and a miss.
Again, let's look at the GMC keys to the game. Don't be intimidated by the NY. And if you get the lead, hold on to it. But right now, what Hendricks is thinking is just get an out.
Popped up short right field. Revere running in. And Jeter will just bluff a tag. So there's the first out. And Rodriguez fails to bring in the first run of the game. That'll bring up Robinson Cano. Cano taking over the cleanup spot for the Yankees. Mark Teixeira had a calf injury and he is rehabbing that down in Florida. And so the Yankee lineup looks a little bit different than they hope it will look, perhaps as soon as this weekend.
Depending on the situation, Ben Revere doesn't have the strongest arm. If Cano was not hitting next, Jeter may have taken that chance to tag up at third base. I know the ball was not hot, hit deep enough. But when you have a guy like Cano that can drive the ball and pick up some RBIs, don't take the chance of tagging up, especially with nobody out.
Say it looked pretty silly being thrown out at home with Cano, Swisher, guys like that hitting next. 1 strike to Cano.
Cano came into this year, his 8th season with the Yankees, a career .308 hitter. 79 RBIs on the year. Good
and
fastball
it's the
there.
inside corner, 0-2.
Work both sides of the plate. Domet sitting inside. Good fastball. Middle in.
Two strikes to Robinson Cano. Changeup, nice block by Domet, and it's 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there. See if Cano would swing. You have to have confidence in your catcher that he will block that pitch. Take a look at this breaking ball right here that lands in front of the plate. Domet doing a good job of utilizing his chest protector, deadening the ball.
One and two. Chopper to short. Florimone to his left. Over to Mauer. A run scores, 2 away.
Well, Cano picking up an RBI on that ground out, picking up his 80th RBI. And the Yankees take an early 1-0 lead.
And that'll bring up Nick Swisher.
Always look back at games and you see that leadoff walk. It just seems like it always ends up scoring. The leadoff walk to Jeter set up the Suzuki double when he fell behind 2-0. Got Rodriguez out on a pop-up, but the Cano, just a ground ball, puts a run on the board for the Yankees.
Well, how many times do you think, since he got his first win in Cleveland, knowing his next start would be against the Yankees? Here's Swisher. How many times do you think Liam Hendricks told himself, don't walk anybody, or someone else told him, don't walk anybody in the Yankee lineup, and then he walks the first guy?
Well, it's easier said than done. That's your goal, is to go out there and attack the strike zone and, make the hitter earn his way on.
Down and away, 1-1.
But it's not that easy sometimes.
Well, Hendricks has a chance here to, against this Yankee lineup, just about dig himself out of a hole here with just 1 run allowed. Ichiro at third with 2 away. To right center and deep. Very deep. Gone. It's 3-0.
I mentioned in the open, this Yankee ball club can hit a lot of home runs. Their 226th home run as a ball club. Compare that to the Twins, they have 126. So they have hit 100 more of these.
About the same pitch that Suzuki nearly hit out.
Yep.
So 3-0, and here's Curtis Granderson. Outside, ball 1.
For Granderson, his average is down. You see Swisher talking to Jeter about how far he hit that ball. But the home runs are there again for Granderson. 39 home runs. He's driven in 94 runs. That home run measured at 428 feet off the bat of Nick Swisher.
1-2. Granderson with a career high 41 home runs last year, and he's just a couple off of that total this year. And another foul.
22 pitches so far for Hendricks. 13 have been strikes.
In the dirt, 2-2.
It's the third time that the Yankees have been here at Target Field. Of course, they only come once a year. So far, the Yankees are 5-2 here at Target Field. Joe Girardi, the manager of the Yankees, in his 5th season.
And we mentioned that back in April, the Twins took 2 out of 4 at Yankee Stadium. But the starting rotation back then consisted of Liriano, Pavano, Marquis, and Blackburn.
That was actually Swarzak.
Swarzak made a start in that. And Hendricks gets Granderson looking. But 3 first-inning runs on a couple of extra base hits. And it's 3-0 New York. Run top of the first. And the Twins will try to answer. Here's their Menards batting order. Denard Span leading off. Ben Revere hitting second. Then Joe Mauer, Josh Willingham, Justin Morneau, Ryan Doman, Trevor Plouffe, Jamie Carroll, and Pedro Florimo.
And Andy Pettitte on the mound making his 500th Major League appearance and his 490th Major League start. He's on a pitch count here, so we'll keep an eye on that, making just his 2nd start since coming off the disabled list. But Andy Pettitte, 40 years old. pitch count between 85 and 90. That's what Joe Girardi said for Andy Pettitte.
And Span drives a base hit to left. So Span's aboard with a leadoff single. Northland Ford defense for the Yankees. A lot of veterans. Raul Ibanez in left. Curtis Granderson in center. Ichiro Suzuki in right. Eric Chavez at third. Jeter, Cano up the middle. Swisher at first. And Russell Martin behind the plate.
Yeah, all stars all around. Andy Pettitte. Pettitte in his previous start since coming off the disabled list in New York against Toronto. Worked 5 innings. Did not allow a run in a win over the Blue Jays.
Strike one to Revere. Snubbed up the line. And there will be no play. So an outfield hit, an infield hit, and Mauer will come up representing the tying run.
Yeah, Nick Swisher going after that ball right there. Andy Pettitte at 40 does not get around that mound as quick as he once did. Kind of a swinging bunt. You see Pettitte, he's not going to get there. And then Cano a little bit late getting over. So Revere an infield base hit.
So just like that, the Twins get their speed on base for Mauer. Mauer with an 0 for 5 game last night in Detroit, bringing his average down to .323. Up and in, ball 1. Mauer did everything in Detroit, hit-wise, except hit a home run. 10 on the year for the Twins' first baseman tonight. Down the middle, a strike, 1-1.
And Mauer against Andy Pettitte, 5 hits and 17 at-bats. Currently 3rd in the American League in hitting. Andy Pettitte completely out of baseball last year, came out of retirement this spring.
Inside 2-1.
On the American League batting race, Miguel Cabrera hitting at .331. Mike Trout up to .323 as Joe Mauer is. Derek Jeter right behind him at .322. It should be a lot of fun to watch going down to the last 9-10 games.
And Pettitte spins around and looks at Denard Span.
Of course, the Yankees only come here once in a while, Dick. And Pettitte spent 3 years with the Houston Astros.
Right.
They don't see a lot of Andy Pettitte. He is making his 22nd career start against the Twins.
That's to left center. And Chavez makes the catch. Or Ibanez, rather, one away.
Well, Andy Pettitte, 11 of 5 lifetime against the Twins in 22 starts. And the Twins have not beaten them since 2001. Retired after the 2010 postseason. Returned to the mound. You know, he signed a minor league contract. But look at the win percentage right there. 244 wins, 141 losses. A career ERA for Pettitte with that record at 3.86. 25 complete games, 4 shutouts in his career.
Here's Willingham. Twins with the right guy at the plate, down by 3 runs.
Josh, 6th in the American League in home runs, 3rd in RBIs with 110, 35 home runs.
Half swing, ball 1.
Pettitte will change speeds with that breaking ball. He calls it a cutter. It's like a slider, along with a fastball in the upper 90s. Now he'll hit maybe 90, 91. Excuse me, upper 80s.
Another left-hander leads the list of starts. Whitey Ford. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Good changeup right there. Good location. Took a little off the fastball. See a little bit of almost like a little screwball right there. Perfect pitch.
Off the plate, 2-1.
Yeah, Russell Martin framing that fastball that was outside. Last time the Twins beat Andy Pettitte, they beat him 2-1 back in April of 2001 at the Metrodome. Brad Radke threw a complete game against him. Pettitte did too, an 8-inning loss. He gave up only 3 hits, and the Twins beat him 2-1.
3-1 to Willingham with Morneau on deck.
But since that loss, Andy Pettitte, over 8 starts, is 6-0 against the Twins. Since 2009, 13 starts. He's pitched very well against the Minnesota Twin organization.
And Willingham walks to fill him up for Morneau.
For Pettitte, his 18th walk in 64 innings pitched.
He never did throw him a strike. The one strike was a swinging strike on a changeup out of the strike zone. So a big spot with a conference on the mound and Morneau at the plate. Pettitte missed 12 weeks after taking a line drive low on a leg. And he said the absence has increased the chances that he might try to come back next year. He's obviously pitched effectively. And he missed significant time this year, and it's done nothing but whet his appetite for maybe another comeback. Fouled back. Morneau got a pitch to hit, and he fouled it straight back.
Well, you can't miss pitches like that. Justin knew it.
Pettitte threw him a cookie.
Martin wanting it away, you see pretty much right there. Pettitte has allowed 7 home runs. This is his 11th start.
Smothered by Martin, 1-1. When you have an opportunity, not specifically against Pettitte, but when you have an opportunity against the Yankees like this, you have to cash in.
Exactly.
Because you won't have many of them. 2-1.
And they are so solid defensively that they're not like the Tigers that they will make mistakes. This ball club does not make too many mistakes. They will not give you more than 3 outs an inning 99 out of 100 times.
2-1 to Morneau. Called strike, and Morneau snaps his neck back at Paul Noward.
That ball started inside, and did it catch the corner?
Yep.
Well, you see Martin sitting away, and Justin does not like the call. No way, he says.
So now the count even. And time called by Morneau.
Justin 5 for 16 in his career against Andy Pettitte, with a couple doubles.
Foul back.
Fastball at 91, clocked here at Target Field. He keeps himself in great shape. Read an article after his last start. He only went 5 innings. He was on a pitch count. He ended up throwing 64 pitches or 75 pitches. But he said, you know, one thing I've got to really concentrate is in my lower part of my body, my legs. What a perfect pitch right there.
And Morneau is called out, 2 away.
Pettitte picks up a big strikeout, bases loaded, 1 out. He picks up his 63rd strikeout in 64 1/3 innings pitched. Martin sitting there.
So now Doman, last hope for the Twins here in the first with the bases full and 2 away. Strike 1. Twins with a couple of base hits, a walk, and a great chance to cover up an early deficit. 1-1. Baltimore won the first game of its split doubleheader today, 4-1 over Toronto. Swing and a foul.
That's that changeup right there. And Doman, who has been seeing a lot of off-speed pitches, breaking balls inside, just fouled it off. Ryan Doman 1 for 5 lifetime against Pettitte.
It's become a 2-team race, and what a race it's been. There's never been more than a game separating the Yankees and the Orioles for 3 weeks now. Doman taps it to short. Jeter flips underhand to Cano, and the Twins leave the bases full in the first.
Night here. Last night we had 4,000 people here at Target Field for a very memorable event, the Light the Night Walk, which raises money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and cancer research. There were lighted balloons which represent cancer survivors, cancer supporters, and those who have lost their battles as well with the disease. Hall of Famer Rod Carew, the former Twin, lost his daughter to leukemia in 1996. He's been a huge supporter of the event. He led the walk last night. Brian Dunsing and Glenn Perkins have both been affected, and their friends and family. Their wives were here to represent them and the Twins. And in all, Dick and Bert, last night we helped raise $600,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
What great news right there. Thank you, Marty.
And congratulations, Marty, for your involvement in that.
Yes.
That's tremendous. Raul Ibanez leading off the Yankee second, taking a strike and now lining one into right field. So another solid stroke with Ibanez drilling a single to right.
Yeah, Ibanez, another all-star, a veteran, 40-year-old Raul Ibanez in his first season with the Yankees, last 3 with the Philadelphia Phillies. Good piece of hitting, past Mauer to his right into right field. Third hit for the Yankees.
Russell Martin will hit. Martin not hitting for much average, but you look, he's hitting 8th, and he's got 18 home runs. Popped up into the seats, 1 strike.
Martin in his second season with the Yankees came up with the Dodgers in 2006.
You know, Ibanez fits the mold. You think of the Yankees, and of course you think of Rodriguez and Jeter and guys like that. Drilled foul. But you also should think of Eric Chavez's, Raul Ibanez's, former regular players, as you said, all-star players. They're not everyday players anymore for the Yankees, but they bring a world of experience and expertise. Alex Rodriguez breaks down. You put Chavez, a former Gold Glove winner, over at third base.
Yeah, I mean, they know how to play the game. They have had so many major league at-bats. Let's see if the Twins could turn a double play, and they do.
Carroll to Florimon to Mauer, 2 away. Well, you've got to look pretty hard to find a rookie on this Yankee roster, particularly when they're dressed up like this.
Oh my God.
The rookie hazing for the Yankees. Having a little fun with the slogan, the Yankees being the evil empire. They all dressed up, the rookies did, in Star Wars outfits. Mark Littlefield of the training staff was Chewbacca. Adam Warren was Hans Solo. David Phelps, Princess Leia. Melky Mesa was Darth Vader, and Cody Epley was Luke Skywalker. Fouled away by Chavez.
So what did you name? 5?
Yeah.
I mean, one was a bullpen coach, I believe, right?
Right.
I mean, so you're talking 4 players?
Except for Phelps, I think
the
they're all.
Twins had about 12, 13 dressed up.
Except for Phelps, they're all September call-ups.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Here's Eric Chavez. Eric Chavez in his second season with the Yankees, his 15th major league season.
2 and 2.
You mentioned Rodriguez. You know, I mean, he very solid at third, but then you replace him with the guy that's won 6 Gold Gloves in Eric Chavez.
These Yankee hits have not been cheap. As Chavez puts the barrel on it, lines a single to center.
But I think if we show the location, it's pretty much right there. Take a look at the location again. Okay, that's pretty much right. Thigh high, belt high, smoked in the center.
Jeter will hit. Drew a leadoff walk, scored in the first inning. Half swing, but a strike. Hendricks finally got his first major league win in his last start, but that was against the Yankees. Quite a more difficult challenge here tonight.
Yeah, he beat the Cleveland Indians 6-4 in that ball game.
One and one.
He's just finding out that the major league level is a little different than the minor leagues. You pitched outstanding down in Rochester, 9-3 with an ERA at 2.2. But he has found that up here at the big leagues, it's a little difficult. But he's only 23 years old. You talk about getting your feet wet. But it's not been the way that you want your feet wet. It's been very negative.
Been a dunk tank.
Yes.
2 and 1. Bouncer to short, should end the inning. Force at second, 14 pitches, and a scoreless top of the second.
3-0 in the bottom of the second, and you're going to watch about some guys still fired up at 40. Andy Pettitte fired up at 40 years old, still enjoying pitching and coming back after, you guys said, after being out, retirement, knowing he can still pitch. The one thing about Andy, and that we watched going into this game, is velocities. He's up to 91 with the fastball and the cutter, and low 70s to mid 70s with the changeup you can expect tonight. This is a guy that's been playoff tested, as you guys know, and what a pickup for the New York Yankees. They get a guy back that can throw in playoff games and have this kind of record. But I just like the burn that he still has in his stomach. It's pretty incredible to watch.
Ron, one thing that even all the players in the clubhouse for the Yankees did say, his presence in the clubhouse just kind of rejuvenated everybody when he was called up finally in the middle of May.
Well, as you guys know, you come back and you take a year off, and maybe all of a sudden you get that, that, as you said, rejuvenated or whatever that is, the love to be back on the mound. And the other thing is he's not hurting anymore. After all those years of playing, your arm and legs and back are barking pretty good. He looks like a pretty healthy pitcher. We're going to see a steady diet of those cutters. We're going to see the righties going to see a steady diet of changeups. And to me, his arm still looks really good. That last pitch at 81, he's topped out at 91. He's going to be tough to hit if we don't get him early.
Yeah, you see the arm speed. He just took a little off. Looks like a fastball. Took 10 miles an hour off and picks up his second strikeout. Look at the concentration he has over the glove. Focused in on his catcher.
Carroll, the hitter. Ball one.
I know, Ron, probably as a hitter, you get focused in on looking for that release point, where as a pitcher, our focus in, get the sign, look at that right over the glove. There it is. Okay, I'm going to do the best I can, and he shaves the corner.
He's been one of the best in baseball concentration-wise for years. That's why he's done so well come playoff time. To me, the big key tonight for Twins hitters is to make sure you're swinging at strikes. Willingham did a good job of not swinging at balls. Let's get a ground ball to Cano. And I just think it's real important early in this ball game. If you get strikes, I don't care if it's first pitch or the fifth pitch, you got to be able to put an A swing on that. You guys talked about adjust and miss the one fastball in the middle. You can't miss pitches early in the game against Andy, because then he's going to really find command, and he can carve you up pretty good.
Here's Florimone with 2 gone.
How do you explain postseason success no more than Rivera, of course, #1 with his postseason, but Andy Pettitte, postseason, 19 wins, 10 losses in 42 starts in postseason. I mean, that's like a year and a half. And also Derek Jeter, but I'm talking pitching right now. And these two guys, I mean, Rivera is out for the season. He wants to come back at 42 years old. And now you have Pettitte at 40 wanting to come back and still play the game. It's awesome.
It's probably a reflection of where the Yankees are right now, that there's so much riding on Pettitte's comeback this year. Because of what you just said, his experience in the postseason. They've got Sabathia. Hughes has some postseason experience. But, I mean, they really need this guy. He's talking to himself, talking to the glove, talking to the ball, something.
Don't answer yourself. You're okay.
And a liner to Cano. That'll end the inning. So Pettitte with a couple of shutout innings here tonight, with the Yankees hoping to get to the postseason with Pettitte a centerpiece. And tonight's carsoup.com/baseball question. Mary Lester from St. Paul wondering, with Ichiro's late season resurgence, do we think the Yankees might re-sign him in the offseason?
Suzuki at 38 years old. I mean, I think this is a guy too that has a lot left. I don't know if the Yankees can afford him or not. Just kidding. Suzuki, a great player, not only in Japan, but he's proven it here in the USA. This is his 12th year here in America.
To center and hit hard. Span retires Ichiro on one pitch. Alex Rodriguez will hit tomorrow night. The Twins and Yankees will be playing at Target Field. It's a Sports Authority value pack game. Purchase a ticket in the U.S. Bank Home Run Porch View seats, and you'll get a free Schweigert hot dog and a Pepsi. Line up your tickets for tomorrow's game. Call 800-33-TWINS or go to twinsbaseball.com.
And that's a good question. I don't know if we answered that or not, if they would bring back Suzuki. They have Brett Gardner, who's now, hurting a little bit, but he's not here with the ball club. They have Nick Swisher. If Teixeira plays first, he could play right field, so there might be not a lot of room for him with Granderson out in center. I mean, they mainly got him because Brett Gardner went down.
Popped up near first.
Good pitch right there by Hendricks, going inside, and Rodriguez in the second pop-up off the bat of Alex Rodriguez. This one foul.
Well, you don't like giving up 3 first-inning runs, but since then, Hendricks has threatened to put up some zeros here.
It's a game of baseball, Dick. There's, what can you do? You give up 3. Okay, now, no more. Stop the bleeding. And so far, so good for Liam Hendricks. Got the big double play off the bat of Martin last inning.
Fouled back, 1 strike. 4 Yankee hits, and they've all been hit very sharply, including Swisher's 2-run home run. Two strikes.
He got ahead of Cano in his first at bat, then threw a breaking ball just on this side of the plate. Remember Jeter at third, he stayed there, and then Cano hit a ground ball to Florimon, ended up getting an RBI on the putout. See how they try to get him out here. Ahead in the count, 0-2.
Off-speed pitch, line to center. Couple of line drive outs. 7 pitches and a 1-2-3 third. Fourth is brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. By CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Grand Casino, the best stories start here. Yankees got 3 first-inning runs. Twins had a threat in the first inning, couldn't break through. Denard Span with a sharp single to left was left at third base. And the count now 1-1 here in the third.
Yeah, Andy Pettitte worked out of that jam in the first inning through 23 pitches, 12 in the second. Again, he's on a pitch count between 80 and 85.
One thing hasn't changed, his tempo on the mound. No nonsense, no fooling around. Let's go.
If I'm some of these young pitchers for the Twins, I'm keeping a close eye on Andy Pettitte, how he goes about his business.
Cano drops it. Span might get an infield hit. It was a tough play for Cano, who tried to make the play on the backhand.
Yeah, it would have been a very tough play. Span does get an infield base hit. Second infield base hit of the 3 hits the Twins have been able to generate so far. Just out of the reach of Pettitte. Cano coming in, trying to backhand it, but never really got the ball in his glove. Span gets his second hit, third for the Twins.
Here's Revere. Revere got an infield hit. He had a little nubber up the line. Swisher fielded it, but didn't have any place to throw it.
Baseball started keeping stats for pickoffs back in 1974, and Andy Pettitte has 102 pickoffs like that. Has an outstanding move, so he can shut down your running game a little bit. And what that does with such a good pickoff, it doesn't allow that runner to get a good jump and maybe try to break up a double play.
A bell tie strike to Revere. One and one.
Well, Pettitte making his 11th start. There has been 4 stolen bases against him this year, but there have been 5 caught stealing. Span with 16 stolen bases at first.
Chip shot, left center field. A lot of hang time for Ibanez, one away. Get all your high school football action with Fox Sports North Prep Zone, presented by Wells Fargo. Tune in Friday at 7 to Fox Sports North Plus when Wayzata takes on Minnetonka in the televised game of the week. Or log on to foxsportsnorth.com, click on the Prep Zone tab to watch Mounds View versus Stillwater or Osseo versus Andover. For upcoming schedules and plus channel information, visit foxsportsnorth.com. Here's Mauer. Up the line, foul, 1 strike. Joe with 3 hits in the first game yesterday. And then the 0 for 5 and now 0 for 1.
Good angle right there of what Denard Span is trying to do. Get a good jump off of Andy Pettitte.
Just inside.
And you kind of see the leg kick. You know, sometimes he'll bring that leg up and kind of hold it for a second. That time is more of a slide step to where, you know, he'll just pick it up and then go toward home plate. You almost have to guess against him if you're going to try to steal.
Miguel Cabrera 1 for 3 in the Tiger game with Kansas City. They're in the 7th inning already.
Well, there's a higher leg kick and a good fastball away. Headed ahead in the count, 1-2 on Joe Mauer. We'll see. We saw the short kind of leg lift, then the high one. See what he does here. Back to high one, and he throws over. Span saying that's a balk.
They've been saying that for 15 years, 20 years.
Ron, you're down in that camera well right there. I think you could steal second, buddy.
I could if I knew he was throwing home. But at 40 years old, he hasn't been called for too many blocks. I don't think we're going to get one here, that's for sure. But he's really been slide stepping like right there most of all.
Mauer rolls one through the right side, and Span will gain third base. So Mauer with a base hit, and Willingham again comes to the plate representing the tying run.
Nice hitting right there by Joe Mauer. Of course, with Swisher holding on, Span, you know, there's a big hole right there, and Joe got a pitch to his liking and found that hole into right field. Span and his speed scoots over to third. So Twins have runners at first and third with one out.
Hits are even, but of course the Yankees have the extra base hits, and that's what the Twins are looking for here from Willingham and or Morneau.
Josh walked in his first at bat, takes a fastball for strike one. Willingham with 35 home runs, 21 of the 35 have been hit here at Target Field.
Inside, 1-1. Calls the inside corner on Willingham.
Yeah, that looked like that slider right there went hard in. Willingham on top of the plate.
That wasn't close.
No. If he's going to get that.
He pitched till he's 50.
Yeah.
Tapper to short. And it's a double play. So Willingham reaches across the plate, bounces into a double play, and the threat is extinguished in the third. Arby's value player of the game. You can vote. Text the word value followed by a space in the player's name to short code 234234. Nick Swisher leading off the fourth inning for the Yankees. He'll be followed by Curtis Granderson and Raul Ibanez. Swisher clobbered a 2-run home run in the first inning against Hendricks, and he takes strike one. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Earlier this year, Justin Morneau hit his 200th home run, and we justifiably made a big deal about it. The Yankees have 6 starters that have hit more than 200 home runs, and Swisher will take a seat, 1 down.
A good pitch, middle in right there. Hendricks picks up his 2nd strikeout. Good way to start the top of the 4th inning. Doman sitting inside. Good pitch.
Swisher in disbelief, then had plenty of the plate. So 1 down in the 4th. That'll bring up Granderson. He's one of the 6 with over 200 home runs. Cano will get there sooner rather than later. Then there are a couple of guys on the bench or on the disabled list, Teixeira and Andrew Jones, that have over 200 home runs.
Good slow breaking ball there by Hendricks.
And Granderson launches one into the upper deck, and it's 4-0.
And home run number 40 for Curtis Granderson. He just threw that big slow breaking ball and then another pitch. You can see it seems like every pitch that they have hit have been right there. Uppercut swing. You mentioned Granderson hit a career high 41 home runs last year, and he just hit his 40th this year.
Granderson had a 3 home run game against the Twins in New York back in April. 2 strikes to Raul Ibanez. One and 2.
That home run measured at 437 feet.
We're still reeling in the tape measure from Swisher's first inning shot. Florimon retreating and giving away to Willingham, and that's out number 2. Follow the Twins with MLB.com @BAT12 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, or Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and much more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit twinsbaseball.com for details. Here's Russell Martin. One and 1. 4 other games going on in the American League, and all 5 games tonight will have significant impact on the playoff hunt. Little roller. Florimon over to Mauer. A home run for Granderson. It's 4-0 New York as we head to the bottom of the 4th. and guess who? Adam Jones did it again. Got the Orioles headed in the right direction. They won the first game 4-1. They're coming back in the second game. At Comerica Park, Luke Hoshaver pitching the Prince Fielder, and it didn't go too well. A home run to right. 5-1. The Tigers behind Justin Verlander are leading the Royals. Here's Justin Morneau leading off the Twins, fourth. Right off the end of the bat, a foul, 1 strike. So yeah, 4 other games tonight in the American League. The nightcap of the Toronto-Baltimore doubleheader. The game in Detroit. Oakland at Texas. Oakland with a 3-1 lead in the top of the third. That might be a more significant series than you might think. And then Cleveland at Chicago. The Indians have a 1-0 lead. Morneau pulls it foul. The reason the Oakland-Texas series might be more significant than has been publicized. Oakland is playing very good baseball, and they are 4 games behind Texas. That's a 4-game series. So they don't need to sweep the Rangers to stay relevant. But if they could somehow go there and take 3 out of 4 and cut the Texas lead in half, it'd make things interesting for a team a lot of people thought was a shoo-in.
And with every Oakland A win, it's the Angels that are playing very good baseball. They cannot catch the A's.
A little spinner out of the dirt. Martin has it, throws to first, 1 away. Very early on in the second game, the Blue Jays had a 4-0 lead. Now it's 4-3. So it might be that if the Orioles win that game, or whatever the Orioles do, if the Yankees do the same thing here, they'll be in a dead heat. And again, just over 5 weeks ago, the Yankees had a 10-game lead.
Yeah, good for the Orioles. Great for the town of Baltimore and the city.
Ryan Dome at the batter. Two and 0.
Trying to bust Domet inside. Domet with 2 outs hit a ground ball, a force out in the first inning. That ended the first. The Twins had bases loaded with 1 out and could not score.
Driven to right center field. The Twins should have their first extra base hit. Domet drilling a double to right center.
Well, we've seen clubs pitch them in, and then Pettitte left the ball out, and Domet hit it sharply. His 33rd double of the year. And Martin sitting outside. The ball came back a little bit over the plate, but good swing by Domet. And it's a 1-out double.
And that'll bring up Trevor Plouffe. Plouffe went down swinging to start the second inning. And the strikeouts are starting to pile up now for Trevor Plouffe. Little chip shot to right field. And Ichiro with the catch. Domet just bluffs the tag. 2 down.
In our Circle Me Bird section tonight, we are very, very proud to have Haley and Jake here. It's Yankees from Eden Prairie. Hi, kids. How are you? Say hi. Okay, very good. Welcome up to the booth.
Jamie Carroll will hit with 2 gone, and Domet still at second base.
Jamie Carroll got the big hit in last night's ball game in Detroit, the 10th inning single. They put the Twins up 2-1. Perkins ended up picking up the save.
Paul Mauer giving the outside corner to Pettitte. 1 strike.
Pettitte has always had very good control, and he's one of these pitchers, Dick, as the catcher moves Martin either in or out, even though I'm going to say that ball's maybe, an inch or 2 or 3 on either side, he will get the call in time. Kind of like Greg Maddux, the veterans, they work the umpire.
Carroll rolls it up the middle. Doman around third. He's coming in. Granderson's throw. Out at the plate. Martin with a great tag. And Doman is called out. Here comes Ron Gardenhire.
Well, he's saying he hit me on the helmet, but my foot was across the plate.
Great throw by Granderson. Maybe a better tag. He's out. That's a great play by Russell Martin. Close call, but a very good call at the plate, it looked like.
Boy, what a great throw by Curtis Granderson. And a great quick tag by Russell Martin, getting Doman on the shoulder before he could get that left hand on the plate. See, Doman saying he hit him in the helmet, but he actually hit him on the shoulder.
So it's 4-0 New York. Twins are actually out hitting the Yankees, but Twins have just the one extra base hit. Eric Chavez will lead things off. And that's ball 2. Two and one.
Well, I remember when Eric Chavez came up with the Oakland A's back in 1998. Great hitter. You know, he had a lot of injuries that really set his career back, neck spasms. But here he is, still at the age of 34. This is his 15th season at the major league level.
And Chavez knew it. Second inning in a row that Hendricks has started the inning with a called third strike.
Almost the same pitch that he struck out Nick Swisher to start the top of the 4th inning. Going back inside.
Derek Jeter will hit our AT&T trivia question tonight. Who are the 4 players with 2,000 hits since 2002? Well, there are at least 2 of them here. I think the next 2 batters, maybe the next 3 batters.
Chipper Jones.
Yeah, that might be a good guess for the 4th. Twins were 4-2 on the road trip, and I'm not sure we were 4-2 on trivia questions. doinked foul. Big thrill for me before the game today. I got a chance to meet one of my heroes, Jack Jablonski, who, of course, less than a year ago was checked into the boards and paralyzed. He has made such remarkable progress. And he and his brother were out here to throw the ceremonial first ball toss and got a nice round of applause. And now Jeter is called out on strikes. 2 down. Justin Morneau among those who came over to greet Jack, who in addition to a great hockey player and fan. You told me Jack did. He's a pretty good left-handed pitcher.
Nice of Derek Jeter to come over.
He made his ceremonial first toss, though, with his right hand. Derek Jeter was nice enough to come over and meet Jack and his family. 1-0. Two down, and here is Suzuki. Busted bat. Florimon with a great catch. And Hendricks has a 1-2-3 fifth inning.
Winner's Circle, and we have $100 worth of scratch-off tickets courtesy of the Minnesota State Lottery for Marion Mulvihill from Minneapolis, who is celebrating her 89th birthday today. Yeah. She's also a 20-year season ticket holder. Marion, you've probably seen a lot in 20 years.
I have.
With the Twins.
And I love the Twins.
I know you do. You're wearing a Twins shirt, Twins socks, and Twins shoes.
Great.
That's how I judge a big fan.
Yeah.
Would you like
I'm
to?
a big fan.
Would you like to say hello to Dick and Bert?
Dick and Bert, hi.
Hi.
It's Marion Mulvihill.
Marion, happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, young lady.
And it's my 89th birthday.
Very nice. 194 more days until my birthday, Marion.
Great Twins family, or Twins fan, the family, great supporters of Twins baseball. Pedro Florimon with a 2-1 count, facing Andy Pettitte, hit a liner to Cano his first time up. And a check swing foul.
We want to say one happy 106th birthday, almost 107, but say hello to Annie Chenard. She's watching the Twins religiously. Annie, happy birthday to you. 106 years old.
You gonna make it that long?
No.
No? 3-2. I'm just envisioning you. I am. I'm just working with you tacking on what, 40 some years to what you are now? Because you'll still be working, won't you?
No. I have always said, and Gail's going to get mad at me because she's watching down in Florida, that I wanted to live until I'm 94. And people say, why? I said, because I want to see what Gail looks like when she's 90.
Oh, okay.
She's going to get mad at me.
Well, she's done that before.
No, not really.
Florimone.
She loves me.
Florimone punches one through the right side this time. He got it away from Cano, and he's got a base hit.
Yeah, the Twins again have out-hit the Yankees 7-5, but the Yankees have hit 2 big home runs. Good swing right there by Florimone, taking that pitch to right field. Gets his first hit.
And now Span, who's already got 2 hits, a liner to left and an infield hit. Nice block by Martin. Ball 1. The Twins have had 3 leadoff hits. And in the other 2 innings, the leadoff hitter ended up being stranded at third base. In each case, it was Span. 2-0.
Well, Pettitte was 71 pitches, 44 strikes, 1 walk, a couple strikeouts.
Another ground ball and another double play. 2 down.
Second double play turned behind Pettitte. Behind an account. Still kept the ball down nicely and got the ground ball off the bat of Denard Span. And Pettitte knew it right away. You can see him pound his glove. He gets a second double play turned behind him.
Two down, and here is Revere. An infield hit and a fly ball to left. Strike 1. You tend to think that, okay, well, Revere, this is his first full year up here. You tend to forget he was actually sent down earlier this year.
Yep.
2-1.
Yeah, Ben started the season with the Twins. Then on April 14th, he was optioned down to Rochester and then returned about 10 days later.
To left, and Ibanez puts it away, and that ends the 5th inning. 5 shutout innings for Andy Pettitte and a 4-0 Yankee lead. may need some bullpen help at some point over the course of this series. Matt Capps is now available to them on her
Matt Capps,
Sanford health injury
who
report.
went on to disable us with some right shoulder tendonitis. Went down to instructional league down in Fort Myers, Florida. Now he's back in that bullpen. He wants to show not only the Twins but other organizations, he's a free agent at the end of the year, that arm is healthy.
One strike to Alex Rodriguez. Cano and Swisher will follow. 1-1. Rodriguez with a fly to right and a pop-up to Mauer at first. Good to see Capps back out in the bullpen. 1-2.
Rodriguez in his 8th season with the Yankees, his 19th major league season. Came up with the Mariners in 1994. Also played with the Rangers.
Two and two. The stage wasn't big enough in Seattle nor in Texas for Alex Rodriguez. And that's into left field, a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Robinson Cano. With Rodriguez singling, we get back to our AT&T trivia question. And it might be the first 3 batters in the Yankee lineup. And
Michael Young.
Michael Young and Pujols. That's a lot of hits. In Ichiro's case, who would have thought that he would come over here after a great career in Japan and, disregarding the numbers in Japan, put together Hall of Fame credentials in the United States. 1-0, Hendricks to Cano. And on the outside corner.
27 world championships for the New York Yankees.
Granted, there have been some very well hit balls here tonight. But give Hendricks this, he has attacked. He's got a better than a 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio. His only walk was to the leadoff batter. There's a fly to left. And retreating is Willingham, making the catch on the track, 1 away. The All-Star game at Target Field still 2 summers away. But the next few months are important if you want to ensure tickets to the festivities in July of 2014. If you're a season ticket holder and renew for the next 2 years or purchase season tickets now for the next 2 years, you'll establish priority for All-Star game tickets. Call a season ticket rep at 800-33-TWINS and ask about how you can be a part of the Twins season ticket family and be here for the All-Star game in 2014. Here's Swisher. Loof will chase it. And chase it down. 2 away.
A big slow breaking ball. Swisher popping it up.
And that'll bring up Granderson.
I'd like to give our best to Phyllis Scherson, recovering from hip surgery, 87-year-old, in New Richland, Minnesota. She's currently in a hospital in Albert Lee. So Phyllis, get well soon.
Granderson hit a towering home run into the second deck his last time up. .80 pitches for Hendricks, 55 strikes. 2 strikes.
Well, you want to win every game that you take that mound, but you know, the 3-run first inning and then the home run to Granderson, all pitches that he left about belt high outer half of the plate.
Near the mound. Florimone with the catch. Leadoff single does no damage. 12 pitches for Hendricks in a scoreless 6.
At Target Field for Game 2 in the series. It'll be mostly clear and staying fairly nice. Our first pitch coming in at 62 degrees with winds out of the north around 5 to 10 miles per hour.
It's a beautiful night here for late September. Liam Hendricks has given up a couple of home runs. He's down 4-0. Twins have had some chances against Andy Pettitte, but Pettitte has gotten a couple of timely double play grounders. A runner was cut down at the plate. Here's Mauer to start the 6th. Missing, ball 1.
Yeah, Twins had bases loaded and 1 out in the first inning, unable to score. Then in the third, they had a runners at first and third, hit into the double play. And then Domet getting thrown out in the 4th inning. And a double play turned off the bat of Denard Span in the 5th.
Mauer 1 for 2, his average at .324. Miguel Cabrera 1 for 4 tonight. Probably done hitting for the night. The Tigers are leading in the 9th. And his average at .331. Great stop by Cano. And he throws him out. So Cano robbing Mauer of a hit. 1 away.
Well, that ball looked like it's going to shoot into right field, but Cano diving to his left. Able to get up and then flip it over to Swisher for the first out. He won a Gold Glove in 2010, showing off his range, quick range right there. Only 6 errors allowed by Cano on the year.
Here's Willingham, a walk and a ground ball double play. Three shakeoffs. Breaking ball over, strike 1.
Yeah, slow breaking ball at that at 71 miles an hour.
Two strikes.
Flipping the corner. Pettitte with 81 pitches, 50 for strikes.
Chava Chamberlain warming up. Ooh, just missed the inside corner. Close pitch.
Again, Martin, where he moves, he's sitting inside, and Pettitte with that breaking ball. Very close.
And Willingham got a piece.
Pettitte again making his 290th Major League start. This is his 500th Major League appearance.
Two and two.
Again, no fooling around. Get on that pitching rubber. Look for the sign.
One of the reasons he's able to come back, it seems, after a year off, mechanically he seems so fluid, and he repeats his delivery pitch after pitch after pitch.
Always has been. Great mechanics. Balance point, explode toward home plate. And he gets a strikeout. His third strikeout of the ball game. He just reared back, but watch the location. Down in the strike zone.
Time now for the CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Joe Girardi out to the mound. Pitch count is 86. 2 down. Morneau at the plate.
Yeah, Pettitte at 91. Hendricks at 93. Girardi just going out, making sure that Pettitte feels good to maybe get this last out here in the 6th inning.
Larry Rothschild, pitching coach, on the phone. Why do you suppose we still have bullpen phones with the technology now?
They should just text each other.
Yeah.
I don't think phones are allowed in the dugout.
Hit hard to center, but Granderson is there. Dozen pitches, a 1-2-3-6. And Andy Pettitte, the veteran, gives the Yankees another great start.
For Andy Pettitte, Nick Swisher, a 2-run home run in a 3-run top of the 1st inning. Granderson hitting his 40th home run, a solo home run off of Hendricks in the 4th. And Andy Pettitte, 6 shutout innings. 88 pitches for Pettitte, 53 strikes, 1 walk with 3 strikeouts. His evening is probably done.
And so we go to the 7th inning. And Raul Ibanez will lead things off against Liam Hendricks.
Hendricks out there to start the 7th inning. 83 pitches, 58 for strikes.
And he's done a lot of that, mixing in his pitches, throwing some first pitch breaking balls. Oh my goodness!
Wow, you can
That
see
ball's
where,
crushed.
see where Doma was sitting again. And Ibanez doesn't miss that fastball again out over the plate.
So a long home run, the third long home run by the Yankees, and it's 5-0.
Yankees have now hit 228 home runs. Again, a fastball, and Ibanez hits it a long way.
Going to bring up Russell Martin. All these pitches, the double, the 3 home runs, they've all been thrown to the same spot.
Right. Well, you saw where Doma was sitting inside and the ball left out over the plate. Ibanez, to his credit, didn't miss it.
Foul back, 2-2. Indians have taken a 3-1 lead over the White Sox in the bottom of the 6th.
The White Sox have lost 5 straight.
They swept the Twins. They won the first game in Kansas City on that road trip. Lost the last 2 and all 3 of them out in Anaheim.
Yeah. A tough time putting one in the win column.
2-2. Check swing and a foul. Luis Perdomo warming up. Popped up. Short right field. Span comes in. Out number 1. Fans, in conjunction with the retirement of Tom Kelly's number 10, the Twins are selling a complete set of bobbleheads featuring every manager in Twins history. Gene Walkway over there on the right. The only place to get this limited edition set of bobbleheads is at twinsbaseball.com right now. The cost $210, with proceeds benefiting the Twins Community Fund. This one lifted deep to left. Willingham reaches up and it is gone into the flowers. Chavez hits one out just out of Willingham's reach. Another Yankee solo home run.
Yeah, number 4 in the ball game off of Liam Hendricks. Chavez taking a pitch the other way, gets his second hit, and it's a 6-0 lead. Second home run of the inning. Great effort right here by Willingham, getting up as high as he can. Just into the flowers.
So Hendricks has given up 4 home runs to account for 5 of the 6 runs against him. And the Twins will bring in Perdomo with 1 out in the 7th. Exclusive guests, including high-profile athletes, celebrities, breaking sports news, and unparalleled insider access. Tomorrow morning, Dan welcomes Larry Fitzgerald Jr. The Dan Patrick Show, weekdays at 8 on Fox Sports North.
Well, Liam Hendricks, 4 home runs allowed. I'm sorry, I've been there. I know what he's going through right now. You know, you try to go inside, you leave a pitch out over the plate. Credit the Yankees, they didn't miss the pitches that were belt high over the plate. So a learning experience for a young 23-year-old Liam Hendricks.
It is a bruising lineup, and now Luis Perdomo will try to pitch to it.
Yeah, Perdomo making his 11th appearance. He pitched one time on the road trip between Cleveland and Detroit. It was in Detroit on Saturday, 2 shutout innings. Twins lost that ball game 8-0, but Perdomo pitched 2 very good innings. Only gave up 1 hit.
One strike to Jeter. And to the backstop.
Luis Perdomo, 28 years old, signed as a free agent by the Twins over the winter. Started the season in Rochester.
Off of Domit's glove, 2-1. I think Chamberlain will pitch next for the Yankees. He's had ample time to warm up. Tapped foul, 2-2.
You know, you're talking about Andy Pettitte's, you know, his delivery, Dick, and you look at Derek Jeter. He's no different hitter, you know, as far as in the batter's box than he was when he first came up in 1996 or 1995, actually. Wide stride, quick hands.
Draws a walk.
His second walk of the ball game.
Austin Jackson getting a pitch up and doubling down the right field line against Luke Hochevar. Justin Verlander and the Tigers win it 6-2. And the White Sox have cut into the Cleveland lead, an Adam Dunn home run making it 3-2. The Tigers with a win on the board have a chance to climb into a first place tie with the White Sox. You would think, wouldn't you, that if it were going to happen, it would have happened yesterday. And the significance of the Twins doubleheader sweep over Detroit might stay with the Tigers for quite some time.
Well, it just seems like right now the White Sox and the Tigers, nobody wants to win that division right now.
Willingham comes in at out number 2.
Remember when we're in Chicago, I said it reminds me of the '87 season. Right? You know, the Twins, we won 85 ball games and got into postseason and then carried it into the World Series.
And I think we said as much over the weekend in Detroit. The Tigers might not make the playoffs, and they might be the team best poised to make a deep run if they do get there. But you got to get there first. And the White Sox were shooting themselves in the foot out in the West Coast all weekend long, and all the Tigers could do was win one game and remain a game out now with a week and a half to go. 1-0 to Rodriguez. 2-0. It's a little frightening to think that here the Yankees have 4 home runs from 4 different hitters, and nobody has yet connected in the first 4 spots in their batting order. Swisher, the 5th place batter, has one. Granderson, the 6th place batter, has one. Ibanez hits 7th. Chavez hits 9th. Strike.
Well, when you hit 228 home runs, you spread them out. That lineup right there that can spread out home runs.
Right back to Perdomo, who dribbles it once or twice and then throws low to Mauer. And that wasn't the smoothest play in the world, but he got the job done.
Roast coffee from McDonald's. Any size is just $1. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible.
Six very good innings for Andy Pettitte, and now he gives way to the Yankee bullpen. And Jabba Chamberlain, whom the Yankees are counting on to pitch well down the stretch and into October, will pitch next.
Yeah, Jabba Chamberlain started the season on a disabled list, dislocated his right ankle in spring training, activated on July 31st. He's making his 20th relief appearance, very high ERA. He's worked 17 1/3 innings, 24 hits allowed, only 6 walks with 18 strikeouts. Hard-throwing right-handed pitcher. Chamberlain in his 6th season with the Yankees.
He will turn Ryan Doman into a left-handed batter here. Doman with a double to right center, the only extra base hit that Andy Pettitte allowed.
Average-wise, Doman a better hitter as a left-handed hitter, where he's hitting .288.
One strike to Doman. And a tapper foul.
Chamberlain, just 26 years old. Yankees' #1 pick back in 2006 out of the University of Nebraska. Raised in Lincoln, Nebraska. Only fitting that he goes to the University of Nebraska.
.96 miles per hour, but low.
That's lower.
That's even lower at 89. Everything has changed for the Yankees with the injury to Mariano Rivera. They're getting great work from the closer. 42 saves from Soriano. Chopper to short. Jeter charges. One down. But in moving Soriano to the bullpen, you create a vacuum behind him unless guys like Chamberlain, who are now healthy, can fill that void.
Yeah, you lose a guy like Rivera, it's like a domino effect. Everybody moves up one, but it's the guys in the, this part of the ball game, the 6th, 7th, and sometimes the 8th inning that Soriano controlled. Now he has the 9th inning. The guys have to step up.
They just put a really big number up on the board in Baltimore. It's like somebody hit a grand slam for the Blue Jays. They lead at 9-4. Sharply on the ground to Jeter. 2 down. The final weekend of the season is also Fan Appreciation Weekend, and Friday and Saturday, all fans will receive a 2013 calendar courtesy of DQ. Twins and Tigers will be battling in a series that could have major playoff implications. Order your tickets for Friday's or Saturday's game or any other game left on this homestand. Call 800-33-TWINS or go to twinsbaseball.com. Here's Carroll, singled up the middle. A slow bouncing ball. And it looked like Doman was going to score on it, but Granderson came up with a strong throw. Martin with a sweet tag, and the Twins had their best chance at a run cut down at the plate. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss, 1-2.
Slider right there by Chamberlain. Chamberlain last year, right around the middle of June, his season was cut short. Ended up having elbow surgery on that right elbow.
Fielded by Swisher to the bag, and that ends it. Chamberlain has a 1-2-3-7.
Tonight, we will have Chris Herman as our guest on Twitter Tuesdays. He is the Twins' backup catcher, but currently in left field as a late inning replacement tonight at Target Field. So on Twitter Tuesday, use the hashtag #AskATwin. Maybe ask Chris Herman about his first experience in left field tonight. He's in his first major league call-up, so these are his first games ever in the big leagues. And I'm guessing Dick and Bert, there may be quite an experience for him out in left tonight.
He was drafted as an outfielder, converted to a catcher, so he's got some experience out there.
Yeah, Herman got some at-bats in Cleveland, yet still looking for that first major league hit. So Chris Herman replacing Willingham in left field.
Robinson Cano will face Tyler Robertson.
Tyler Robertson doing a good job out of that bullpen. The high ERA, but he had a couple outings where he got hit around a little bit. 2 wins, 2 losses in his rookie season with the Twins. Only 20 hits allowed in 24 innings. Walks a little high, 13, but 3 intentional walks, but 25 strikeouts.
Cano, Swisher, and Granderson here in the 8th inning. Ball 1. And a strike, 1-1.
Robertson making his first debut or appearance against the Yankees. He was called up on June 25th.
Two and one. Corey Wade warming up in the Yankee bullpen. That's to center, playable for Span. 1 down. And that'll bring up Swisher. Swisher now as a right-handed batter. Hit a 2-run home run. Cano had driven in a run with a ground ball. It looked like after a walk and double to start the ball game, Hendricks was going to get out of that first inning with just 1 run allowed, and then Swisher hit one into the upper deck, and it was 3-0, and the Yankees haven't looked back.
Swisher's a right-handed hitter, hitting .254. Has some pop from the right side too. 5 of his 23 home runs from the right side of the plate.
And a strike, 1-1.
A lot of guys use pine tar. He uses a tape.
Yeah, that's what we use in western Minnesota. Get those little nails with the town team bats, nail them the crack shut, get that electrician's tape, wrap it around there, and choke up to the trademark because the bats are too big. To left. And Herman makes the catch. Out number 2. Well, if you're going to be out there, you want the ball hit to you. Herman made a nice catch.
Went back nicely. And the catch, again, like you said, Dick, he signed as an outfielder, converted to a catcher, so kind of dual jobs here. That might get him to the big leagues. Backup catcher, play some outfield. More than just a September call-up.
It was last Sunday in Cleveland. Had a conversation with Terry Ryan about players like Herman. And he said a few years ago they did a survey, the Twins did, I believe, and more than half the catchers, the first string and backup catchers in Major League Baseball, 60 of them, more than half of them were players who had been drafted elsewhere and converted to catchers. The point being, when you have a Joe Mauer or a Matt Wieters or somebody who has caught exclusively through their developmental years, it's far more of a rarity than you would think. And Terry said, you know, what we'll do with a prospect is we'll get them down to instructional league, and one of the first things we'll do is put the gear on them, see if they can catch. If they can't cut it as a third baseman, maybe they can catch. 1-2. Two and two.
Bronx crowd here tonight, 33,720.
Upstairs 3-2. With Ibanez on deck. And a foul.
And with that home run, see what he's able to accomplish. Only player in the majors that hit 40 home runs in each of the last 2 seasons. Oh boy, close pitch.
Robertson thought he had him. It's a 2-out walk. The Yankees have gone deep 4 times. Ibanez with a home run and 3 other teammates.
Well, in the first inning with 2 outs, Nick Swisher made it a 3-0 ball game with a 2-run home run. In the 4th, Curtis Granderson, and then in the 7th, Ibanez hitting 1, and then 1 out later, Chavez hitting 1 out. All those 4 home runs coming off of Liam Hendricks.
Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. Bellman digs it out.
Remember Ibanez when he was kind of a part-time player with the Seattle Mariners?
Yeah.
You know, he just you know, they just couldn't play every day. Finally went to Kansas City and just got a chance to play every day there. Did a great job there. Went back to Seattle, was a star with that ball club, and then Phillies. Spent 3 years. Yeah, they really persevered and turned himself into a very good hitter.
Years ago, he credited Kevin Seitzer. There's Matt Capps warming up. Looks like he might get the 9th inning. Seitzer, great hitter for the Royals. Now they're hitting coach, but at the time he was just in Kansas City. He was kind of volunteering his efforts on behalf of Ibanez. He wasn't really a coach for the Royals. He, I think, had a hitting school in Kansas City.
Yes.
Two and 2 to Ibanez. And another nubber toward the Twins dugout.
Keeps himself in great shape at 40 years old. .270 major league home runs for Ibanez. Career .280 hitter.
Got a piece of that slider again.
A lot of Robertson's strikeouts come on that slider, in and out of the glove. Bowman.
There, that takes care of it. And a scoreless 8th for Tyler Robertson.
For Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink, as we look at Andy Pettitte and the way that he puzzled the Twins tonight in his start. 6 strong innings, 7 hits, no runs given up tonight by Pettitte. We'll also hear from Ron Gardenhire after the opening game in this series against the Yankees. And our instructional on the field deals with throws from the outfield. In particular, the throw tonight from Curtis Granderson that nailed Ryan Doumit at the plate. How to approach the ball, how to throw the ball, angle of the arm, all of that will be covered in our instructional tonight right after the game. Dick and Bert.
Yeah, thank you, Marty.
Curtis Granderson with an assist, a home run. And Corey Wade now pitching to the Twins in the 8th inning.
Yeah, Wade making his 39th relief appearance. Very high, 6.34 ERA. He's allowed 45 hits in 38 1/3 innings pitched. Wade in his 2nd season with the Yankees. Came up with the Dodgers in 2008.
Strike one. Florimone, as a right-handed batter, lined out to Cano, and then he lined a single to right.
Chris Dickerson taking over in left field for Ibanez.
0-2. White Sox are batting bottom of the 8th, down to Cleveland, 3-2. White Sox are having a hard time scoring runs. They're the only team in the division that's given the Twins trouble. Twins have won the season series against Cleveland, against Kansas City. They've got a chance to do it against Detroit, but they just had their hands tied against the White Sox. 2-2 to Florimone. Full count.
Big slow curveball by Wade. Wade, 3 different stints with the Yankees this year, recalled on September 1st.
High drive to right field. Suzuki going back. Florimone has hit his first major league home run. Pedro Florimone dropping one over the wall and right.
Good for him. Nice swing by Pedro Florimone. And they're doing the old Jim Thome. Where'd the ball go? Florimone with a pitch right there. Uppercut swing. The Twins put a run on the board.
Still haven't found it, have they? Span takes inside a ball. Right now, there's a guy by the name of Gary Glowy who, in the Thome case, was tethered to a harness and had to retrieve the Thome baseball the next day. And right now Gary's going, oh no, not again.
Not again. Well, Florimone would like to have that ball, I'm sure.
Slap foul by about a foot or less. Well, it's out there someplace.
Span hitting the ball the other way. Boy, just like inches.
One and two to Span. Popped up near the mound. Cano with the catch, one away. That'll bring up Ben Revere. Revere with an infield hit, a fly to left, in fact 2 of them. Strike 1. Backhanded by Cano, an off-balance throw and a dig at first by Swisher. 2 down.
Oh, this copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Joe Girardi coming to the mound here with Mauer at the plate. Joe 1 for 3, his average at .323, right where it was at the start of the game. And Miguel Cabrera went 1 for 4 tonight for the Tigers. We've got a pitching change. And Justin Thomas will pitch next for the Yankees. Ball. Remember Jim Thome back in June hit a ball out there. This one disappeared into the middle of one of the flower pots out there. And Florimone, I'm sure, would like to get that baseball back.
Yes, he would. Justin Thomas coming into the ball game. He was claimed off waivers from the Boston Red Sox back in May. He's a September call-up. He was up earlier this year also, making his 11th appearance overall.
Inside, ball 1. So again, Miguel Cabrera went 1 for 4. His average tonight rests at .331. Mauer's at .323 at the beginning of this plate appearance. Mauer 1 for 3. Sent a 3-hopper through the right side of the infield for a base hit in the 3rd. Then in the 6th, he really drilled one on a couple of hops. Cano made a nice play to take a hit away from him. A strike, 2-1.
Thomas, 28 years old, originally signed by the Mariners, has some major league experience with the Mariners, the Pirates, the Red Sox earlier this year.
Foul back, 2-2.
The updated batted race. Miguel Cabrera leading at .331. Mike Trout and Joe Mauer tied with Jeter hitting at .321.
2-2 and a foul. 2-2 to Mauer. Foul back again. Asked Tony Oliva today about the closest batting race he was involved in, and he said it was one of them that got away from him in 1970. Mauer drives it foul. That was the year Alex Johnson ended up winning the batting championship. That was your rookie year.
Right.
He said going into the last day, there was a three-way battle between Oliva, Yastrzemski, and Alex Johnson. And Alex Johnson got a couple of hits on the last day to eke out a batting title win, his only batting championship that he ever won.
I'll tell you what, he was a great player, Alex Johnson.
And Mauer hanging tough.
We were in Anaheim one time, and I remember somebody he hit maybe a two-hopper to the shortstop, and it had to be Leo Cardenas. He threw a ball to first base, played it normal, and Alex Johnson beat it out. He could fly.
In the time of my youth, Alex Johnson was one of the rarities, a right-handed batting champion. Mauer strikes out. Martin with the throw. In time to get Mauer, and looks like his night might finish 1 for 4 as well. Farmers Insurance report card, and the Twins finally got on the board on a Florimone home run.
A lot of home runs in this ball game. Yankees with 4 home runs, a 2-run home run by Swisher, and then solo home runs by Granderson, Ibanez, and Chavez. Andy Pettitte for the 2nd straight outing through shutout baseball since coming off the disabled list. 5 shutout innings against the Blue Jays, and here's 6 shutout innings here tonight. And Florimone hitting his first major league home run. And here's Matt Capps.
And a long time coming. Matt Capps back pitching for the Twins. 90 miles per hour and a foul tip, 1 strike.
Yeah, Matt Capps' last appearance was July 16th when he pitched here against the Baltimore Orioles, making his 30th appearance overall.
Down and away, 1-1.
Find out that Josh Willingham left the ball game with left shoulder strain, maybe jumping for that home run off the bat of Chavez.
His left arm, of course, is his gloved arm. He reached for the ball that disappeared into the flowers. 2-1 to Russell Martin. Chavez will hit next. Tappert, left side. Plouffe has it. One down. That oblique is holding up for Adam Dunn. 2 home runs tonight. A 3-run home run at the bottom of the 8th. Haven't looked it up. I'm guessing that was against Vinny Pistano. And the White Sox now have a 5-3 lead. Detroit beating Kansas City 6-2. I guess the Chicago score good news for the Twins. They want to finish ahead of the Indians and not finish in last place. Outside ball 1.
Yeah, I get this note from Gene and Beverly Close. Big Stone City, South Dakota.
Oh.
Gene had a stroke. He is in a nursing home. So we want to say hello to Gene. Get well soon, Gene.
Tough play by Carroll. That should be ruled a base hit. That ball was spinning and there was no way to predict the bounce. So Chavez should get a base hit there, I would think.
Yeah, it looked like it was right off the end of the bat. A lot of spin on that ball. Let's take a look right here. A little short hop right there, and Carroll got a piece of it.
And they give him a base hit.
So Chavez picks up his 3rd hit of the ball game.
And now Derek Jeter. Jeter 0 for 2, still obviously a factor in the batting race. He's reached twice with walks. Ooh, ball got in on Jeter. Awkward swing, 1 strike.
That's where a lot of clubs try to pitch Jeter inner half of the plate. If you miss, he's like Paul Molitor almost. He's so quick with his hands.
Earlier this year, and I told him as much, he hit one of the craziest home runs I've ever seen. It was at Yankee Stadium, so maybe put an asterisk at it, but whoever the pitcher was came in off the plate at the belt. And Jeter got his hands in, got the barrel of the bat on it, and hit a slicing home run to right center field. I've never seen anybody do that.
Over that fence that's 250 feet away?
Again, I said it, you can put an asterisk on it if you want, but my goodness, how can you do that? The pitch was in off the plate to get the barrel of the bat on it and drive it as far as he did.
He is a unique athlete and a class act, too. He represents the Yankees as good as anybody that ever wore that Yankee uniform.
And we showed you a picture before. We had Jack Jablonski up in the booth with us a little while ago. Jeter took it upon himself to go over and say hello to Jack. Imagine what a thrill that was for the whole family. This man's an icon, and he has represented not just the Yankees but Major League Baseball in an exemplary fashion. 1-2. Field line toward the corner. Revere going to cut it off. Jeter gets a hit. He'll chase Chavez to third base. So Jeter 1 for 3 while Cabrera and Mauer go 1 for 4.
Why, he's such a good hitter. That pitch down and away just went with it. That's why a lot of clubs try to pitch him in. Not a bad pitch, outer half of the plate. And still the quick hands of Derek Jeter lining that ball into that right field corner. Revere gets it back in quickly. Runners at first and third with 1 out.
Here's Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro doubled 3/4 of the way up the fence in right center field. 1 strike. Orioles are batting, bottom of the 9th inning, down by 5 runs. 1-1. Game hitting streak for the Yankee captain. How many can they get? Well, they're going to come home. Not a good rundown because everybody moves up. And Mormon probably made the right play, realizing Suzuki's speed. The chances of getting a double play weren't very good, but that is not how you want to execute the rundown in late September.
I'll tell you what, it's not the first time we've seen this year. You know, you'd like one throw. Now watch Florimon right here. He doesn't. Okay, he decides to go home. Now Domit's got to run at the runner right there. Run him back. Keep going. Keep going. There's no reason to throw the ball to Kloof when a runner is basically running back to the bag. And that long rundown allows both base runners to go to now third and second.
I'm not sure he's even talking to anybody. I think he's just upset. He might be talking to himself. That's not fundamental baseball. Up high, ball 1. Rodriguez 1 for 4. If what we saw there was Florimon and some awareness of who Suzuki was and the unlikelihood of turning a double play, well then, good play. That's an intelligent heads-up play by the shortstop to come home with the Twins already down by 5 runs.
Well, it should have been a bang-bang put-out right there and runners at first and second rather than second and third.
But in terms of decision-making, the shortstop made the right decision. To center. Span with the catch, no damage done. Span gives up, or Capps rather, gives up a couple of hits with no run in his return to the Twins. Chris Herman made his debut, got his first run batted in, nearly got his first home run.
Yeah, the RBI right there for Chris Herman, staying out of the double play. And almost hit one out. Nice catch right there.
So Herman will lead things off in the 9th to be followed by Morneau and Domit. Thomas got Mauer to strike out to end the 8th inning. And up Up and in, ball one. Rangers have finally tied the A's at 4. That game in the top of the 8th inning in Arlington. Up high, 2-0. Herman made a start behind the plate. It was Liam Hendricks making the start on the mound. He got his first major league win in that game. Chopper, right side. Cano has to charge it. Bare hands it. Makes a nice play. And Herman again is denied his first major league hit on a good play by Robinson Cano.
Yeah, we've seen Cano with his hands. You know, that's why he won a Rawlings Gold Glove. Backhanded a couple plays. But here, just comes in, barehands it on that short hop, flips it over to Swisher. Very nice play.
And now Morneau. Strike one. Orioles are making some noise. Down by 5. They filled the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. Shattered bat and a base hit. That'll bring up Ryan Doman. Our Jimmy John's delivery of the game, the ageless Andy Pettitte.
Yeah, Andy Pettitte, 6 shutout innings. He has, since he's come back now, 11 shutout innings in 2 starts for the Yankees, helped by a couple double plays turned behind him. Allowed 7 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Looking for his 5th win of the year, and it would be his 245th in his career.
Up and away, ball one to Ryan Doman. Doman with a double and a couple of ground balls to Jeter. At the knees, 1-1.
Come on.
2-1. Three and one with Lou Fontaine. And a walk will put runners at first and second.
Thomas coming in, trying to get a couple outs here. He did pick up a strikeout to end the 8th, and here comes Girardi, another pitching change. 12 pitchers down in that bullpen for Joe Girardi. He'll be going to his 4th reliever.
And the Twins will get to face David Robertson with a couple of men aboard and 1 out in the 9th.
fifth season with the Yankees, making his 61st relief appearance. Earlier this summer, he missed about a month on a disabled list, a left oblique strain. 2 wins, 7 losses out of that bullpen, but a very good 2.88 ERA. A strikeout pitcher, 75 strikeouts in 56 and a third innings pitched.
And he'll face Trevor Plouffe here with runners at first and second and 1 out. Plouffe struck out in the second. Hit a fly ball to right in the fourth and a ground ball to short in the seventh. White Sox beat Cleveland 5-4, so the White Sox hang on to that 1-game lead in the Central. Strike one. Earlier, the Tigers beat Kansas City 6-2. Toronto beat Baltimore in the second game 9-5. So if the Yankees finish the Twins off here in the 9th inning, they'll have a full game lead over Baltimore. Two strikes. I think it'll probably be a game and a half if they win. Check swing. 1-2. Baltimore won the first game, and the Blue Jays took an early 4-0 lead, held on to win it 9-5. And Baltimore trailing by a game. They've got both a win and a loss added to their columns. And the Yankees 2 outs away from adding a win. Second strikeout for Plouffe. 2 down.
As I mentioned, Robertson, a strikeout pitcher, now 76 strikeouts in 56 2/3 innings. And Chris Parmelee, new daddy Chris Parmelee. Again, we want to congratulate his wife Amanda. The birth of little Jack Jeffrey Parmelee, born last Thursday. Flew out to California to be with his new family. And now he's back.
Driven to center field. Baby needs a new pair of shoes. He's got a triple, and he tees off on the first pitch, and it's 6-3.
How about that, huh? A new daddy, Chris Parmelee, jumping on that first pitch, knocking in a couple runs. Parmelee, his second triple of the year, over the head of Granderson that kept drifting back. Could not get to it. So Morneau and Domet score.
And now Florimon, who homered his last time up. Inside ball 1. Not for Robertson, but if the Yankees made another pitching change here, it would be a save situation. To our knowledge, Florimon's home run is still buried in one of the flower pots. 2-0 with Span on deck. Span represents the tying run. Two and one. Twins getting a run in the 8th on Florimon's home run. 2 runs so far here in the 9th on Parmelee's triple. 2-2. Bouncing right side. Cano underhands it, routinely flips it to Swisher, and the Yankees win the opener here, 6-3. Anthony LaPanta, the Yankees flexed their muscle. The Twins did a little bit of the same, but a little bit too late and a little bit too little.
4 home runs, too much to overcome for the Twins tonight. Yankees take the series opener by a final score of 6-3. Coming up next on Twins Live, we'll look at how Andy Pettitte continues his puzzlement of the Twins hitters and update the AL division races.